Hello Reds, it's the post-match Pints from Hotel Tier on Anfield Road. I'm Gareth Roberts, this is Damien Cavanagh, this is Paul Johnson, and we've all had a lovely time at the match. We're watching a fantastic football team, we're top of the league, we've got Mo Salah, who is the top scorer in the league right now, and some people somewhere are still writing and talking as though this isn't a very good football side. I don't get you, you're talking shite, put down your laptop, log out of the internet, fuck off, because these Reds are absolutely brilliant. And you're going to write in the comments, Robbo, you're not head, it's only Huddersfield Town. I don't give a fuck. These have been winning all season, scoring goals all season, the top of the league again. And there's a little bit of pressure now on Man City. They've got to go to Burnley, they've got to beat Copite Dyche's Burnley. And you know, thanks mate. They might just fuck up, and that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? But look, we've had a great time, Damien, haven't we?
Oh, brilliant! You know,
nice night.
Oh, fantastic. Liverpool look like a real machine, a real winning machine, don't they? And regardless of what happens this season, at the end of the season, and we might well win two big, massive prizes, but we might come up short in one of them or both of them. That to me looks like a team that is here to stay. That to me, like, the momentum,
it's not going anywhere.
The knowledge,
91
know-how.
points, mate.
Unbelievable. And just the manner of it, the calmness at the back, the inventiveness up front. Okay, we're not going to get carried away about beating Huddersfield 5-0.
The relegated and all
Huddersfield were well out of their depth today, so this isn't maybe the night to talk about how marvellous Liverpool are. But
we're fans, don't we? And we can just say we've had a nice night.
Yeah, we are.
And that's the point of this, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we're coming on here, we're having a pint, and we're just saying, do you know what? We've had a really nice night. We watched our side win 5-0. It could have been more. We had a bit of a laugh with the manager at the end where we didn't know whether he was going to do his we or not. And that's
we coasted to 5-0.
Exactly, we coasted to 5-0, but also this is the point though, isn't it?
Definitely.
We're deep into April. And we're enjoying watching our football team. We're dead excited. Those who are going to Barcelona next week, I'm going to get it. I went in 2007 and I'm not fucking scared of you bastards. But this is the thing, you know, this is no fluke, this is no red zone thing. You know, Damien's exactly right to say that, you know, we've had good sides before, but they've gone, put everything into it, don't win and go fuck off and fall off a cliff.
Well, this ain't that.
People leave, managers leave, there's problems, the owners are wrong, the managers are wrong, the best player wants to move somewhere else. This isn't that, is it, mate?
I walked up the ground and speak to the girl I was with at the match, and she said about, you know, what we've seen in the past, and you instantly go back to 13-14, and when, you know, we came up short there. This team, what you said there, Damien, about being the full package.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
When you look back to that team, there were moments that left you breathtaking, Suarez in particular, some games. But when you look at the back four now, the keeper, you were always a bag of nerves. You were literally a bag of nerves with that team.
That team had the glass jaw, didn't it?
Exactly, and when you look at this package that you said, but not only that, but what we've got now, and then potentially, when you're looking at this club from, you know, other players who may be being touted, or you look at a young player now who's maybe got loads of talent and looks at the fans, looks at the manager, looks at the way they all pull from each other, they all seem to be, they look like they run through walls for each other.
Yeah.
Then you're only going to get better, which is the scary thing, and which is mad to think that you might have to try and actually win something after the season if we come up short. And it's just, you know, you spot on your first comment, I just don't know anyone can say anything negative about this team. And you know what, we're all entitled to our opinion. We're not experts, we're just lads who go to the match. But you know what, sometimes you read things and you think, you know what, so you need to take a break, because if you can't back this team and this manager and what the feeling we've got at the moment, then you need to pack it in.
But there's also like a sort of, there's a coolness, there's a calmness, there's a serenity almost about Liverpool.
Yeah, great points, well made.
Do you know what I mean? Because one of my mates says when we were walking up there in the past, he said we've watched sides here before at Anfield where they're getting there and they're close and they can win. And he said, and you sort of think they start to believe their own hype and get a bit overconfident and then do something stupid.
Yeah.
And this side doesn't do that.
No, it doesn't. I mean, to me, right, showing me age as ever, I'm going to talk about West Germany. Now, West Germany was resilient with skill, knew the dark arts, had flair up front, and on that you know, the West Germany team in the late 70s and the 80s and up until 1990 that knew how to win games, and it wasn't boring, it was good, it was pragmatic, it had some flair, but it had steel. And that really is how I'm looking at Liverpool at the moment. That's how it kind of... I know it's not exactly the same style of football, but that's the impression I'm getting from it, you know. It's got a bit of everything in there, you know. The fact that Man City is such a fantastic team, and I really like Guardiola, I really like the way that they play.
He's a nice fella.
Yeah, defo, yeah. The fact that we're going toe-to-toe with them at this point, I think you could almost call it punching above our weight, but it doesn't look like that, because we are in cruise control here. We are absolutely very calmly, you know, going toe-to-toe with these. Now, it looks very much as though we're going to win our last couple of games. It looks very much as though they'll win their last few games. Okay, this time next year, we'll be in the same position. I'll tell you what, we're going to keep knocking at the door.
Well, we've already seen the pieces, mate, which I knew would arrive, and they have arrived. And you know, it's not just the dopey press. It's not just the tabloids. It's not just dickhead journalists. It's like there was a piece in the Guardian. You know, and to me, the Guardian's meant to be fairly serious, taking football seriously, talking about football seriously. And they put a piece there saying, which included the discussion, what would be the psychological effect on Liverpool if they go 97 points, the most you've ever got, and don't win it. And the conclusion was, well, it's probably the best chance ever to win it, and then maybe Spurs come, and maybe Chelsea come back, and maybe United come back, and maybe this, that, and the other. And I read it, and I just thought, I just feel like you're not watching Liverpool.
I think it's a good... Basically, that question is a load of shite. Because how come Chelsea and Man United and Man City are all going to get better than Liverpool aren't? If you look at Liverpool...
I'd definitely rather be Liverpool than Man United or Chelsea.
Or anybody else.
Tottenham.
But basically, it's this story, this journey that we're on feels like a journey. There's genuine progression and a pattern and a plan.
Do you know
and you know, that's the way it looks to me.
People have said this and people have written it, and I felt it, and I hope you used it too. But I felt that in Kiev.
I did, yeah.
I felt that in Kiev.
Definitely,
and when, I think, you know, like the Blue Noses and everyone else who wants to laugh at us, and when we came back from Kiev, like as if, you know...
that's all banter. That's fair enough,
Do you know what, though? It was almost like, you know what, lads, sound, because
we know this
feel
like
this is a start. This is not... Yeah, you could say we potentially, you know, obviously, I know we Istanbul, and then we went and did, obviously, Athens 2 years later. But... I don't know, I just felt different, and in Kiev coming away from that, I felt like exactly like you said, it was a start of things. It wasn't that we got to this final and then that was it.
We're clearly on a journey.
We're on a journey, and look where we are a year later. We're, you know, semi-finalist and potentially 97 points in the league.
Potentially league champions, potentially European Cup winners, and potentially neither, but equally.
And a fella who can't see two cameras there just walk completely in front of
Yeah, well, you know, fuck him.
Well, lads.
He hasn't done us any harm, has he?
I mean, what we're doing here, though, is we're talking about bigger picture, and why are we talking about bigger picture? I'll tell you why, because it was just so easy tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you said before, like, we can't get carried away about just beating Huddersfield 5-0, because, but you know what? I was saying to my mates on the way back up here then, I was saying, do you remember when we were really good? When we were really good and we just took it as granted that this is what we do. We beat teams, we come to Anfield, we always win. This is 39 games now when we're beating at Anfield in the league. That's fantastic,
well,
by the way.
Ask the question, do you remember when we were really good? We are that.
That's what I mean, though. Like, and you come into the match now, and like your internal conversation, if you like, you're going, I don't want to be too cocky, I don't want to be too sure of myself. But I was coming tonight, and I was like, look, there's no way we're losing. And I'm in a cab, and the cab driver's not a red. Surprise, surprise. And he goes, what score do you reckon tonight, mate? And I went, mate, it's going to be about 6-0. It's going, and he went, that's a bit cocky. And I went, it's not, mate, though, it's just, it will be that. That's what I feel like. I said, and it's not me being a bit of a tit. It's me, on the basis of what I've seen over a long period of time now, knowing it's so hard to lay a glove on this side.
It really is. You know, if you think about it, the way Jürgen's moved the team forward, people talk about a lot of fantastic, entertaining Liverpool teams. I thought last season's team was as entertaining as I've ever seen, ever. Now this team has got ringcraft. This team knows its way around the block. And, you know, that means that we're going to win the league this season. Then I tell you what, it's been the greatest achievement I've ever seen in this football club. And I tell you what, if we come up short, I'm very happy we've got the right man at the helm, we've got the right players, we've got the fans on side. The stadium's going to get expanded even more. Yeah, the empire is absolutely growing. Yeah, there's every reason for optimism, and not just mindless optimism. Yeah, not just because you say, well, okay, I hope we win next week. No, I know we're going to win next week. I know Jürgen's selection of players. I know the way he's adapted his style. He's learned. He's learned. The fact that players want to stay here. I tell you what, I really, there's no doubt in my mind, and I mean, we will win one of the 2 big cups this season.
Love it.
I really believe that, and if we come up short, it will be that short. So I'll tell you what, that's not an unreasonable prediction to make. And then it's a platform that we've got to go on again and again.
Exactly.
Well, again,
you've got to love them, haven't you? There's nothing wrong. There's no big surgery required at the club. No. You know, I can see people picking scabs already online because that's what the internet seems to be about for a lot of people. Oh, what about this draw? What about that draw? It's gone. Look forward and not back, because forward is good.
The thing about it, Rob, is you know, obviously people will do that, and they'll go back to the 2 games in particular with Leicester and West Ham where we drew those both. And obviously if we win them, now we're top of the league. But I'm going, don't City fans and Guardiola go, oh, what about when they drew away to Wolves? What about when they got beat by Newcastle and Leicester? Of course they do. So at this point, it's just absolute rubbish to do that. I don't get why people would want to do that. You've got a team in front of you there who're potentially going to get 97 points.
And I've got 91 now.
I've got 91 now. And do you know what? If you can't back that, then I don't know what you're in for. And like you say there, Damien, we're at a point here where if we always go back to what would you have taken in August when and we're sat here on
and it took all this.
Exactly. Wouldn't we just, when we were saying about Kiev felt like starting something, I wouldn't have even thought we'd be where we are now. And we are, and we're probably failing that.
I agree with you,
but I can always say that it's going to be, if we do come up short this season, I want to sit here and come in August and I'm going to go, well, you know what's going to happen this season? We're going to go on another run. Potentially with a few more players, we could be in for 4 cups.
If April Jacko gets in the DeLorean and goes and visits August Jacko with his bottle of X and says, lad, we'll be on fucking 91 points with 2 games to go. Are you going? Shite.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance.
April Cav gets out the boot and says, fucking happy days, mate, I'm having it.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
I mean, should we do the match or should we just leave it there?
Do you know what?
I mean, about the match, I just want to say that, whatever Huddersfield's fucking team talk was, it didn't involve giving Liverpool a goal after 15 seconds.
And do you know what? I've got to be, I don't know, it was just because we seem to, sometimes, there's an old saying, and I don't always believe it, but when you say you can score too early, I don't agree with it because when I was playing, you score, you made up, you go 1-0. Yeah. But then they actually had a spell, which I think was they had about 15 minutes where they can't. They pressed high.
You mean we didn't
play. No, not at all. No, I was at the game thinking, do you know what, fair play to them, because even to see what we was going on about, enjoying it. And at this point, you'd say that I don't know to have had to go for the field tonight because you just go, we've nothing to lose. Get out there, enjoy it, be confident on the ball. That's what the lads decided to do after 20 seconds. Lost it. We've gone 1-0. But then they had a 15-minute spell. But after that, it was just like we just went, you know what, we're just going to pick them off. And even in that 15-minute spell, I thought he played all right. You never worried that we were going to concede.
We had a pint in that gaff under the cop before the game. So I had to meet a fella at home, big for the ticket. And so just went in there and that's well, like our mate, like my best mate John's in a slightly different part of the cop to me, a bit lower down, and he was in a bigger queue than me to get in after we'd had this pint. And so he missed the goal. And so he sends me a WhatsApp saying, "Fuck's sake, missed the goal." And I was like, lad, remember Barnes in the Maracanã? It was like that one Barnes in the Maracanã. And he met us at our town. He went, "You're taking the piss, aren't you?" And I went, "No." I said, "I've got it on my phone." He's going, "Fuck off." And all that. I'm showing him. He's going, "Oh, you tit."
There's a fella by me, straight up, walked in after a minute and he looked at me and I went, "What's going to go?" Listen, because obviously laughing. He literally went downstairs and missed the Salah goal. So in his head, it's 1-0, half time.
I know a way to finish it because it does feel like we haven't actually talked about the match that much. We're just talking about Liverpool being lost. We'll go old school. Give us your 3 best Liverpool players today.
Salah. I love Mane's work ethic and work rate. I'm having him as well.
Could have had an answer for that.
Oh, defo, yeah. And then there's a lot of competition out for the third place. So as a rookie who's growing in confidence and shooting when he wouldn't have done a month or two ago, I'm going to go Naby Keita. He wasn't the third best player that we had. He wasn't the third best.
Just pleased for him.
Yeah.
That's that.
I'm biased because I think I just watch him all the time. Van Dijk is just...
Oh yeah, that's omnipresent, isn't it?
I know.
The best player on the pitch is always Van Dijk.
He literally, and like you said
He's
before,
got a stressing going on though, hasn't he?
You said about the calmness. It's ridiculous how calm he is.
And then look at the full-backs there.
Yeah.
How many assists this season between the two of them?
Robertson's got 13 now, I reckon. He got 2 today, didn't he?
Yeah,
and Trent's got 10. So 23. 23 goals created by our full-backs.
So this is how complacent or we can feel about the real Virgil out for going round with a smoking jacket on. We'll go round with the 2 best full-backs in the league with the most assists that he's ever had. So we'll have to rule all that out. We'll have to rule a goalie out because he doesn't look like anything.
I thought Hendo did well tonight though.
Yeah,
I thought he was, he was
the 2 best players with like I said, I thought,
Who's your top 3? Go on.
I'd say, if you're ruling Van Dijk, I thought Salah was great tonight. I thought, first half he looked like he was forcing it a bit, but then he just relaxed second half and he had the lads on toast all day. Mane again, similar. But I'm going to go probably Hendo. I just thought he
good shout.
He led from the front. I thought he was great. His work rate again when we didn't have the ball. And he was pushing it in. I think when he brought Oxlade, Chamberlain and Shaqiri on, he went back in. And again, he just kept it well. So I'll probably go Hendo as well in the top 3. But you could pick probably, as you say, Damien, you could pick probably 6 or 7 of them.
Friday night football at Anfield, another brilliant night. Liverpool 5, Huddersfield Town 0. Liverpool at top of the league. Mo Salah's scored the most goals in the league, as I said at the top. All these things can't be said enough. Liverpool have got 91 points. That's the most they've ever got in the Premier League era. They're right up there, this team, with any side you've ever watched. Celebrate it, love it. We're going to win fucking 2 cups. And if we don't, come back and call me a prick. And I won't be arsed. That's been the post-match fight. Get it!